We are live. This is Rico Savage. We're doing a little things a little bit differently. Jacob's not here today. He's with his son. Happy birthday, Lil Casas.
Happy birthday.
And then we have the one and only Mr. Eddie Millis back.
Yeah, we're back.
Back once again. Mm-hmm. Back in, and you're back in the States. You were just out of town, right?
Yeah, I was. Let's see. I went to Philippines. I went to Boracay. Then I went to Manila. Boracay is an island, and then I went to Thailand.
Same country?
No, so I went to Philippines and Thailand, but
Okay.
I went to an island in Philippines called Boracay.
Okay.
And then I went to Manila, the city, and then from there I went down to Bangkok, Thailand. Did a little bit of training. My knee was real bad, so I was only able to train about 2 times, and then yeah.
One of your fighters were out, or was it?
No,
it was like
it's
business
just like
and
I
for-
just go to train.
Train?
Right? Like it keeps me young. I love Muay Thai. Is like that's where it's from,
Right.
it's Thailand. So I've been going there for a long time.
So it's one of those things where you go back to like where the root of it started and get your mind zoned in. You know what I mean?
The problem is there's so much distractions.
Yeah.
So like if you really want to get your mind zoned in, you want to go to a Thai camp maybe that's away
Yeah.
from the main city. Because when you're in the main city, it's chaos, man. It's crazy. So
And then it was what? How many days you were gone? 10 days?
yeah, 10 actual days overseas.
What's one of the big things about? Because a lot of people, they don't even go out of their cities. You know what I mean? I know some people who've never went to the beach until they were like in like mid-20s.
Wow.
Right. So you going to different countries and you're from California. So what's like the big difference between out of country and the U.S.?
I think every country's different, but I'll say like the Philippines. That's why there's a lot of guys now. They're passport brothers. The people in Philippines are wonderful. They treat you really well. Lots of love.
Right.
When I was getting tattooed by the tattoo artist Lloyd, Irish Lloyd over there, he's one of the top tattoo guys in the country. But I remember I'm getting tattooed and he brings a chef in.
While you're getting tattooed?
Yeah, and then the chef is Ramil is making this chicken adobo and liempo. Then his wife, Lloyd's wife, takes out the karaoke stuff, and the cousins start showing up.
Is this sanitary?
This is in the tattoo studio. So now what he's tattooing me, and the whole thing turns into they bring out the whiskey. I mean, it turns into a full party.
Did they finish?
Yeah. I mean, that day I worked I think he worked on me for 8 hours, but
Yeah.
I stayed drinking with them till like 4 o'clock in the morning. But they have a real good sense of family and friends over there.
Yeah.
And it's something that you don't see like in the U.S.
Yeah.
You really don't. Like if we all went out to Yard House or something. Sorry about that.
You
We
good?
went to Yard House. We're going to go there. We're going to eat, whatever. But we're not all like festive. And
Right.
we're not just hanging out, and there's something also about singing karaoke. Like when you sing karaoke, whether you're good or bad or you can't sing, you kind of open yourself up. You're vulnerable,
Yeah.
and nobody cares.
You make you feel comfortable, and that's so it is true. Like when you see it on movies, like when you like they always like do karaoke and they're always singing like
they're
different
badass.
Michael Jackson and everything.
Oh.
And they're
The best singers around. You will not mess with a Filipino.
and you don't hear none of the accent either. They sound like they're American. That's the crazy
They
part.
are
Trips you
born to
out.
sing. They love music, and it's crazy because a lot of the music they love is from America, right?
Right.
They grew up with Air Supply. I'm out all in love. La, da, da, da,
You hear
da.
and you hear like
Da, da, da,
the
yeah.
Eye of the Tiger and shit. Yeah.
So it was really cool.
And then so for for the people who didn't see you when you were on the show the first time, what is it? Because you said you were training. Can you tell everybody a little bit about that, about your training and how you got into the business as far as fighting?
I've always been doing martial arts for a long time. I've been doing martial arts for a long time.
Right.
And then I think it was maybe 20 years ago when I got introduced to Muay Thai. Muay Thai kickboxing.
Okay.
And, I wanted to go to the motherland and learn. So I went out there, just a young guy trying to learn Muay Thai, and I went to one gym. The first gym I think I went to was Sok Chern Chai Gym in Koh Samui. I think that's what it was called. This is a long time ago. But it's brutal, man. I mean, they had me jumping rope on the concrete, barefoot, so your calves swell, you get blisters on your feet.
Is the whole thing with the kicking with the shins and bare shin to shin?
With your shin. But incredibly funny people, good people, great training, the best when it comes to Thai boxing. And the thing is, when you go to them, you show them the respect, and you treat everybody at the gym right, you pay what you need to do, whatever, and they see that you're really into it, they treat you well. I learned a lot. I've learned a lot. It's helped me grow as on that side of my life, aside from business. Being an instructor is learning. Like every time I go over there, even to this day, I've been doing it forever, right? I try to learn new things. So I went over there with a torn knee and did the best I could. But recently, I still trained a couple days, and I picked up a couple new things. So
and that's the thing with any business, even with the business, what I do, you do, or Jacob. Once you come across somebody that doesn't, or is not teachable, or who thinks they know everything, they fail. Like at you've done everything you've done, and all types of awards, and you know what I mean, and even your age, and you're still willing to learn. You know what I mean? That's I think that's what a leader is. Somebody who still can be taught. You know what I mean?
But you can't. It's funny to kind of pick up on that, is you can't talk to people, the young guys or the girls nowadays, like that,
right?
Because they already think they know it all,
and
they have no idea what's ahead. But yeah, I think if you want to be successful and you want to have the best life ever, you should be an open book and continue to learn.
And what are some of the differences as far as like the American fighters and the fighters who come from over there and they fight when they fight American fighters?
Well,
is it an advantage?
Like in Thai boxing,
yeah.
I mean, there's a big fight coming up actually in one of the best guy. He's from England versus Thais. The Thais own Muay Thai essentially, but these kids, they're growing up doing it at 6 years old, and they're competing. These kids are fighting at 10.
Yeah, I see it.
So, and the work ethic and the discipline, and there's it's a whole different way to live out there. Like you're walking around on concrete with your bare feet on the road.
They're all humble.
And of course, and it's not like you're I don't know if here in Western culture, we're so used to popping in and taking a shower and in a nice shower.
At the gym.
Oh, I was taking a shower, when I was at camp. There's a little hose that comes out and you're taking a shower, you know? And the water, there's no temperature control in the water. So, if it's warm out, you're getting warm water, but it's, sometimes you get cool water at night.
Yeah.
You got to deal with the elements, mosquitoes, and all of that. So I think they become hard. They're hard because they don't have the luxuries that we do in America.
Yeah. And then as soon as something goes wrong, we want to complain real quick. You know what I mean? Like that's why when we play sports, it was like coaches. The first thing he asks is like, "Are you hurt or are you injured?"
Right.
You know what I mean? Like your pinky is cut. Like what do you stay your ass in? You know what I mean? And you can't even cuss at the kids nowadays.
I know.
At practice, and the parents are all upset and shit. You know what I mean? Like to me, I mean it builds character for then and when you get older too. But when you get older, you'll realize like, oh damn, like.
What are the programs now that are really building character for the youth of today? Especially because everything's all, are you okay? Yeah, you okay? Is this, that? It's crazy.
And then one of the big things too is like everybody's a winner. When I was growing up, it was first place, second place, third place, and then you're last. Like now everybody gets a trophy at the end of the season. Like what? Like no, you won 0 games. You don't get a trophy. Go home.
I know.
Cry. I know. Like. It's gonna build character. Trust me, like you know what I mean. But it's different. And earlier you were talking about the passport brothers. Can you explain?
No, I'm just saying. Like, I had a conversation with some friends the other day about dating women over there versus dating women here, and they ask me, come on, is it all hype or is there a difference? And I'm like, look at me right now, brother. There is a huge difference.
As far as American women and
Oh, yeah. The entitlement in America is crazy.
yeah,
And of course, I think social media, we have this discussion a lot when we talk with when we have the ladies on,
DNR,
right? The DNRs. But the whole social media thing, look at me, the whole attention, this is what I deserve. And then you got a bunch of simp dudes that are liking.
the making the fives feel like they're
Yeah,
15s.
we should come up with a shirt or a formula that says the 5 that became a 9,
Right.
or thinks that they're a 9,
Right.
from the likes.
And it's the same dudes, like you said.
Yeah, but when you get over there and you meet the women from Philippines, a lot of them in Thailand, Taiwan, Indonesia, the places I've been, the ones that haven't totally gravitated towards the whole social media thing, because it's spreading,
Yeah.
right?
Everywhere.
But there's a wholesomeness, and the funny thing about it is American men, for the most part, what I hope so, at least the company I keep,
Yeah.
they're chivalrous. Like they open the car door,
Right.
they open the door for the woman. They know like certain little things, like
Yeah.
when you're walking down the street, put her on,
Absolutely.
yeah, you stay on the outside, stuff like that. And I'm always aware of that, and they're not, because they're not treated
Yeah.
the same way. So American men over there, they are, and people say, oh, is it about the money? No, because there's not a girl that I've went out with or met that wants to come to the U.S. because they all think the U.S. is fucked up now,
Yeah.
right? But they want somebody that's genuine and works hard, forthright, all of that. So, so I tell everybody, I said, hey,
At least one time.
oh, you should saw the video I made. I was going to send it to you guys, but I made a video. I was in Boracay. I was in the ocean, and I was going to like, brother, guys, like, if you're with someone right now and you're not happy, but you're giving it 100%, you're doing
Right.
the right thing, and you're not a fuck boy, and you're dealing with a woman that doesn't respect you, appreciate you, that you can't trust, get the fuck out, man.
Right.
Get out. There's a whole, like, you said something, you said to me earlier, you said the farthest you've flown is Hawaii, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I do this analogy, like, what's your favorite food?
Seafood. Italian.
Seafood. You like
yeah.
lobster?
Yeah.
You like shrimp? Which one you like better?
More shrimp.
Okay, so good shrimp, right? If you have never had good shrimp, you don't know.
Right.
Well, guess what? If you've never been to other parts of the world, you don't know.
Right.
When I went to Russia, when David had a fight in Russia, oh my God,
Blew your mind.
Khabarovsk. You have to fly to Moscow 12 hours, another 5-hour flight to the east coast of Russia.
Right.
I've never seen anything like that. I mean, it's like you're in a movie. So for as a male, going over to the other countries and seeing how the females treat the men versus how the females treat us here, there's a big difference.
And that's crazy that you said too. Like, yeah, you said like how they treat the men. Like over here, females, the only thing they're doing is hand out.
Yeah.
How many followers do you have? How cool do you look? How much money do you have? Like, they're not worried about how they, you know what I mean?
I know.
And that's why men out here don't treat, I mean, it's sad to say, like, girls how they're supposed to be, you know what I mean? Because you have modern women who want to be treated like how it was back in the day, but they don't act like it.
Yeah,
That's crazy,
I keep
like-
seeing this online. I keep seeing I deserve this. I deserve this. There was this one that we did when we did the DNR. I'll never forget when all the girls were like, "Oh, I don't understand why I don't understand why I don't have a man." Right?
Top part.
This part, okay. Got me?
Yeah.
I don't understand why I don't have a man. And remember, I said, "Let me see your Instagrams." And once I saw the Instagrams,
I was like,
I knew.
no, you haven't.
I knew. Look, we all want to floss a little bit.
Yeah.
We want to show that we're doing good things. I think for me, when I post like little parts of my trip, I'm very selective on what I'm doing, but it's not, I'm not trying to necessarily floss, but maybe inspire and show that, hey, listen, you work hard. Motivation. You can do these things. I'm eating at the nicest restaurants, rooftop.
Yeah, that shit was nice that you just showed me. Yeah, that shit was
Yeah,
nice.
I got more videos to show you.
Yeah.
And to be able to go and travel, I fly business class, and it's amazing. I mean, I got this note. I took a picture of it where they wrote on the lid of my iced tea, the steward,
Yeah.
the head, hey, welcome to this flight, Eddie, if you need anything, boom, boom, boom. Being able to be treated like that style, it's addicting.
Yeah.
You want that in life, right? But how do you get there? You can't get there faking it.
Nah.
Like some people do. You get there by working your ass off, making the
Right.
money, and then being kind to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm kind to everyone whenever I travel. But back to the woman thing. It's completely different.
Yeah. So you wouldn't, if you did get married, it wouldn't be a U.S. woman, or this long-term relationship, it wouldn't be a U.S. woman.
No. Well, I would not say no, because I've had,
Yeah.
but I think the dynamics changed in the last 10 years.
But like you said, once you have something that's at a certain level, you know what I mean? It's hard. It's addicting. Once you get somebody who treats you and who acts and has values a certain way, you're not gonna want to go back to. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's not like it's a fairy tale. Also, I mean, there are some things you got. Like over there, there's a lot of jealousy, and it's accepted. Like, and insecurity.
On the Americans?
No, over there in Asia, you find a lot of, as a male, you find a lot of women that you might date are very insecure and jealous. So you might have to navigate through that. I don't tolerate that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was on the podcast with you back in the day, and I was dating someone overseas.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, she accused me of dating someone that I wasn't. And who wants to deal with that type of stuff?
Life's too short.
Right.
Got trips to take.
I know.
What I mean, businesses to run. And speaking of that, how's the mazes going?
Escape rooms?
Yeah, because it's almost October.
I know. Well, I'm busy all year already. So the Rancho location, my partner Carla, she's they're building the 2 new rooms there in the Rancho location. So those will be done soon. And then my Pomona location at the old hotel, they're going well. Yeah, and then we're hiring some new employees and getting ready for Halloween. I mean, we really pop. We're busy all year, but because mainly I write scary, we're going to be really busy coming Halloween.
Is there certain themes like you know how like Universal has like the movies, like they have like the theme of movies?
Yeah.
Or
So
what is yours?
when I first created the first one in 2015, it's called the 13th Room, my company.
Okay.
The 13th room I always imagined as this kind of, you open the door and you go into a whole new world.
Yeah.
Right? And it can change at any given moment. Kind of like the Twilight Zone. I was a big fan of the Twilight Zone as a kid.
Yeah.
Remember on New Year, Christmas or watching Twilight Zone marathons. But the first one I wrote was at the base of this old hotel. So I went out and found an old hotel. That is a historic building in downtown Pomona. It was a hotel built in 1915 as the Avis. It became the Mayfair in 1934. So it's still an old hotel, but they turned it into a apartments.
Okay. Is the one right there right before you go under the bridge? Right? Is it those ones on Gary?
Gary and Second.
Okay. Yeah, I know what
Yeah,
you're talking about.
I'm on both sides of that. So the
okay.
ground floor. And so the theme for me is it's called The Silence. It's a scary room.
Oh shit.
It's about a doctor who bought the hotel, had his doctor office downstairs, and was going blind. So he started finding people in the hotel murdered with their eyes missing. So they went to catch the doctor. The police cornered him in his office. He get into an elevator, the doctor. They fired shots at him. The elevator door closed. When they went to the basement, elevator door open, he was gone. And so that's the whole premise for that one.
And that actually happens when you.
Oh yeah, I have an elevator simulator you get stuck in, and it goes up and down and everything. It's crazy.
Oh shit! We're gonna have to this Halloween. Everybody's gonna have to take a trip down there.
Before Halloween, we're busy every day.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
And then as far as the gyms go, if everybody doesn't know, like you used to run the Shark Tank.
Yeah, yeah. I still do.
In Rancho.
Rancho Cucamonga, yeah. I still have a gym. We still do that.
How many years is it now?
Ooh, I think we started in '97.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's some
I know.
dedication. That means something. You were around that long.
Yeah.
Doing something right.
Yeah, that's what got me started was the MMA field, and then moving from MMA to business, but applying the same work ethic that you have in MMA.
Have to.
Yeah.
Have to. That's what keeps you longevity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, yeah, it's good. I'm good, but I'm at the point now where like I want peace, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm enjoying the traveling. I'm enjoying just living the best life ever.
And then the king of the cage. You're doing interviewing and commentating for the King of the Cage.
Yeah, so
right?
King of the Cage, I will be commentating. However, I'm actually training a couple guys. So at the beginning, I'll be back there getting them ready for the fight.
Right.
And then after, I'll change to a suit and come and commentate the fights. And then they're doing Hall of Fame inductions that night.
For the King of the
For King of the Cage, for fighters, Hall of Fame, and for trainers. And I'm the first trainer that's going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame for King of the Cage. So that's pretty cool.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying earlier. Like, even when I still go to Thailand, you're only as good as how much you know. And as a trainer, you got to keep evolving if you want to keep up with the times, and you got to keep learning and studying with the best, and you have to have a pure love for it. I think so many people say, how come you don't have your TikTok and Instagram and all your training stuff up, and because I really don't want to show anything. I don't need your likes. I already accomplished it. You know what I mean? Like took Mighty Mo and he won the K1 Grand Prix.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Vegas. And Mighty Mo was just just a street fighter.
Yeah.
And what a Cinderella story, right? To get this guy, and then he goes and starts beating up people in Japan, and he gets a big contract, and then he wins the K1 Grand Prix in Vegas. So,
and that was he doing bare knuckle the whole time?
I think he was just
or both,
just fighting a lot on the. This was before bare knuckle.
Okay,
yeah,
that's right. And then you trained Jacob too, also, didn't you? Him and his brother.
Jacob and his brother trained me. His brother Mike was actually my assistant, or I could demonstrate moves when I tested to get my black belt in jiu-jitsu.
So you had to kick this ass into.
Well, I don't know. I think it was like a couple hours.
He told me the stories. He was like when he walked into the gym, him and his brother. He said when you were there, they were like, "Oh shit." Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're dying today. What I mean.
I mean, there's two ways to do it. That's why a lot of these gyms get clowned. They're on these. They show that they're doing their martial arts and they're barely touching each other, and they get their fingers in the black belt and all that, and they get punked a lot or made fun of a lot, because there is a lot of bullshit out there.
Yeah.
I think the thing is if you're going to learn to fight, you need to fight, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's the only way to do it. You can't fake fighting.
Yeah.
You have to spar, and I know dudes that claim to be the baddest dudes, and then they came in and got hit. I'm talking Rico, like a light hit like this, and I didn't know you hit each other. You're fighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, what's a lumberjack do? He cuts wood, right? You're a fighter. You're gonna get punched, kicked, thrown, and submitted. So, yeah, I mean, it's. I think, look, if you have something early on in your life that really gives you the good core discipline, then you can take that and use it for the rest of your life. For me, it was the Army.
Okay.
And then being in martial arts, or martial arts first, of course, right? because it started when I was young, and then going into the Army, and then establishing business. I think that's the biggest thing that's missing for a lot of people today.
Is the discipline? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because like you said, you can't go in a gym and get hit and then look at them like, why'd you hit me? It's like playing football and expecting not to get tackled. You know what I mean? So that's what you think. That's what makes your gym different from. I mean, because you said, you're over it's almost 30 years. So you know what I mean. That obviously makes you different than all the other gyms. Is you think that's what it is? It's real.
It is real. The thing is, it's a tough business, man. It's a tough business. Like I said, like for me, I'm sitting here right now trying to straighten out my left leg. This is the first time I've had an injury this bad that I need surgery on.
Oh, shit. It's
a wake-up call of like, man, you put your body through hell. But I'm in it more now for fun. Mm-hmm. And I want to semi-retire, man. Yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready to lay on the beach. The thing is, I got to be careful, like, because if I would have stayed for another week over there, I'd probably be dead. I mean, look, I wouldn't be dead, but it's crazy because like you're in your hotel, and like let's say we were in the hotel. Here's what's different than America, right? We could be in the hotel and we're like, all right, hey, let's go to listen to some live music. So we go listen to some live music,
right?
And we start having some drinks, and the drinks are much cheaper than they are, and the live music is great. And what's better than the live music and great drinks?
Girls,
beautiful girls that you can talk to,
right?
Beautiful girls that aren't necessarily expecting you to buy them a drink,
right?
So that's a combination. All of that together. Mm-hmm. I mean, usually it's a good night, right?
Shit.
You start a night like that.
Good price drinks, women.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong.
And good food.
Yeah. Karaoke too. And then the trip you said you only trained a couple days.
Yeah, I only trained a couple days. Honestly, Rico, like I gotta like. There's one point I was walking down the street because you do a lot of walking, and I was coming back from the gym and I was looking over my shoulder to see if anybody that I had just trained with was looking at me. And I started limping because you try to be strong, right? You walk out of there proud. I couldn't even straighten my leg out. So it got to the point like, all right, listen, man, you can't keep going. You have to have surgery.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't even support weight on my leg. So, yeah, I could only do 2. I expected to train harder and longer. But I'm having surgery in a couple weeks, so it's going to be great.
So for you, like I mean, with a lot of athletes, and I know how it is. Like you hurt some of us don't want to come out the game, even or tell the coach, hey, like when they ask you, are you know what I mean? Are you hurt? And you don't really want to be like, yeah, I'm hurt, but because you just want to win for you and the team. You know what I mean? So is this the point where it's like, damn, I think it's time for me to, you know what I mean, call it quits? Or
no? Well, you're right. If I was fighting.
Right.
I already called it quits a long time ago.
Okay.
But you can train. You can be a martial artist all your life till you die.
Right.
It's at what level of intensity can you continue to take it at? You know, your mind thinks you're still 18, but your body is, your body really starts breaking down when you start doing MMA in 38, 39, 40.
Yeah.
So
now it's just like now you're gonna take the role of the instructor.
Yeah, I mean instructor, but still martial artist. I love it. Like I want to continue to train, and it's like so awesome just to pop in different gyms and train and not say anything. I don't go like, oh hey, this is me. I used to train. They either know me or they don't. Yeah. So some of the gyms I'm at now, they know, right? But it's really nice just to pop in and pay a fee and train or do a private lesson and get with one of the Thai trainers and let him see what you can do. And then they go, what? Like, wow. Because they don't know.
Yeah, they don't expect
if you
it to.
tell them, I've trained for, since a little kid, then they kind of know. But when you go in there and you demonstrate it, and they're like, wow.
They don't treat you different. They treat you differently if you say that, or they do different.
And there's so many coaches out here that are claim to be this, and that, or they train in this style, yet they've never even been in Thailand.
Yeah.
I went 3 times in the last year. In
Thailand?
a year period, yeah. It's a good time.
I bet. I mean, 3 times in 1 year. That says something.
Yeah.
And so out of all the countries, where would you actually like stay and like not come back?
Oh shit. Every country has its pluses and minuses, right? For me, anybody that knows me knows how much I love dogs, and my dog is my raison d'etre, like the French say. So when I see the homeless dogs, it crushes me.
Mm-hmm.
On this trip, I seen less, thankfully, and they're still being fed. We live in a gorgeous city that's clean.
Right.
In California, everything's clean. When you start going over there in certain parts, it's whoa. So you have to get used to that. To answer your question, Philippines has amazing people. The culture, there's a place in Manila called BGC that's really great. It's a city within a city, and it's all brand new.
Mm-hmm.
The islands are fantastic. The food is good. I don't eat a lot of pork.
Yeah.
They eat a lot of pork.
They do?
Yeah. So you got to get used to that. Thai food is fantastic, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Thai food and all the seafood and all that. I would say I probably do a few months in both places.
Both places?
Yeah.
Or just back and forth there, mainly though?
Yeah, and then I'm leaving to Spain in November.
I heard Spain was pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
It is.
And it's not. I heard it's not expensive out there either. And the food is amazing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The food
Going to
is amazing.
Spain November, December, January, I think.
Oh damn!
3 months, yeah. Bucket list.
You about to come back? You about to come back with the Nacho Libre beard? I mean the mustache and accent. Like that's crazy. So did you ever think you'd be podcasting?
No, not really. But it's always been easy to talk to people for me,
Right.
and communicate and ask questions and again, I told Jacob this. The biggest thing is I do believe in Nietzsche, the philosopher. He says the higher you soar, the smaller you appear to those that cannot fly.
Mm-hmm.
So I always have to try to balance why I'm doing anything. I don't need the likes. I don't need it, I would love to be able to inspire people or help people, motivate people, but that's the reason I'm doing it. I'm not doing it because I want to have 1 million followers. Matter of fact, my Instagram and everything's private.
Yeah.
And my TikTok's been growing pretty quickly, but I think I'm still searching for what's the right thing, how to do it. I'm seeing all of this bullshit on social media.
Mm-hmm.
All of this bullshit on social media, like, look at my Louis Vuitton.
Right.
Look at my. Are you defined by a Louis Vuitton?
That's crazy. Yeah, that's what I tell a lot of people. I tell them I'm cool in real life. Like, you know what I mean? I don't need a bottle to buy a bottle in the club for you to hang out with me. Like, people actually like me because of me, and that's currency.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure you like you said, you walk into a gym. You know what I mean? And people know you, and you get treated as such because you earned it. You know what I mean? You earned it. You know what I mean? So that's what life should be about. Because after a while, if you're doing everything based off of looks, you're not going to look the same for your whole life, especially females. Like,
I know.
You know what I mean? You're not gonna have that same like that you got when you're in your 40s. Like, so what are you gonna do if your name isn't? You know what I mean? Or if you're not that actually like cool in real life, not off the internet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people don't realize that.
The battle to be won is with the person inside, right?
All right, it's only you.
I don't know. You know, I mean, we could talk about a lot of stuff. I know we're getting ready to have another guest, right? But
Yeah.
The craziest thing to me, Rico, right now, that's an epidemic, is how many of my friends that are good, hardworking people that are unhappy.
Yeah. Mental health.
Especially for men.
Mental health is
You know,
crazy.
it's overlooked, and I tell a lot of friends, because I've learned it from friends, it's okay not to be okay. And I see so many friends just like, they're unhappy, and
Yeah.
most of them are unhappy in their relationships.
And putting up with it.
And they still stay in the
Putting
relationship.
up with it, yeah.
Well, but why would you stay in it?
It's probably they probably can give you a million reasons, and none of them probably make sense. But you know what I mean. When you don't have like what I was telling Jacob before, when you don't have people around you that tell you when you're, you know what I mean, doing X, Y, and Z wrong, or you're not yourself, or you're not like, you know what I mean, you're gonna keep doing some shit because obviously we can't see. It's the outside looking in that could always help. That's why you, like you said, when you surround yourself with certain guys who are chivalrous, you know what I mean, they do certain things. Like, I'm pretty sure they keep you, you know what I mean, if you was a slack or something, they'd be like, hey, you know, certain men don't have that, so that's why they put up with certain shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, it's a funny story. I ran into two guys. I'm at this tallest tower. It's just like one of the tallest buildings in Bangkok, and they got this glass walkway.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and this is the trip before when I was with Coach Ruben, and we're out there doing a Muay Thai camp, and we run into these two Australian guys. You know, they're all bummed out looking. They're sitting there, they're talking to some girl. She's a backpacker, and they were all frustrated. You know, oh yeah, we came here, we really don't know what to do, and we really had a good time. I said, what are you guys doing tonight?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, we're free. I said, all right. I said, just get ready. I'm going to call a van, right? And, you know, one guy had broken up with this girl, and the other one wasn't sure what was going on. And make a long story short, I ordered a van to pick us up. And I just met these guys, right? They're pretty cool. I say, you're going to come out with us, Coach Ruben, tonight. And let's just say that to this day, they still write me on social media. They when are we going back?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, here changing lives.
There's a whole new world, man. You don't have to be stuck in that unhappy relationship.
Yeah.
You don't have to settle and be miserable.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about being miserable, it's contagious. You spread that to other people.
Yeah.
How many of your friends call you every day and like, oh yeah, she did this to me, and she did that to me, and I've got to go through this, and I got to go through that, and you got to listen to it every day.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, fuck, what are you waiting for?
And pretty soon I'm gonna stop answering because I'm not trying to hear that shit no more.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Especially when you're not doing nothing about it.
That's right. You have to.
So what's the gonna wrap it up in a little bit. So what's the as far as you're a coach, you're a traveler, you're a leader. What's the businessman, entrepreneur? What's the main thing that you can tell people who want to live that lifestyle of being happy, traveling, and become a leader? What do you want to tell them?
Well, first of all, like, see that cup? I always have that saying, right?
Batman, yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to be Batman physically, you need to be Batman mentally. Wonder Woman physically, mentally. You need to work on yourself and take care of you and get yourself in an operational condition to have happy and healthy relationships, not only with a significant other, but with your family and your friends, with your work.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have a work ethic that is second to none, because there's other people out there that are going to outwork you. And that's the thing. I'll outwork you.
Yeah.
I tell this every time I'm speaking at a conference. I'm an alien. You're not going to outwork me.
Yeah.
So you have to have that work ethic. You have to have the ability to have, like I said, happy, healthy relationships with workers, family, your significant other. And you got to keep working on yourself to become the best person you could possibly be.
Right.
And with that, it'll all happen. This guy the other day was looking at my Corvette, and he's like, oh, I really want to get one. And this happens every time, Rico. I said, okay, so how many days a week do you work? He's like, oh, I work 5. I said, well, what about Saturday, Sunday? It's the same thing. I set people up like this all the time. Oh, well, that's the weekend. I'm off. I said, well, that's why don't drive this car, because you're saying, oh God, I need the weekend off,
Yeah.
or I need 2 days off, because where is it said or written in the U.S. that you have to have 2 days off?
Right.
So my thing is, like, let's say that you worked 7 days a week. Let's say the weekend that you're normally off, you can make $100 each day. It's relatively really easy, right?
Yeah.
That's $200 on the weekend. That's $800 a month. That's $9,600 a year to your bottom line. Now you can't drive the new Vet for $800 a month, but you can drive something pretty special,
Yeah.
right?
For sure.
So work. Stop fucking feeling sorry for yourself and thinking that you need free handouts and shit, and get out there and hustle.
Yeah. Got to.
Yeah.
Only way to go. It.
Get out there and hustle.
Vet boy.
Bam.
There it is.
You know?
So you got Eddie Millis. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah.
We're gonna be here for the next one anyway.
Yeah, let's
so,
kick some
you know
ass.
what I mean? So don't forget to like and subscribe. Please follow on the IG page too, also. And then
Did we have any questions?
do we?
Just comments.
Comments?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I liked it.
So yeah, tune in. We're gonna be filming another one at 7. Me and Eddie. Like I said, like, subscribe, follow on the IG. I'm Rico Savage,
Eddie Millis.
and we're out.
All right.
How was it? Oh shit.